Hey, beauty besties. Happy 10 days of Halloween, day number 3. Woo! Otherwise known as Thursday. Happy Thursday, beautiful friends. I hope it was a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. I hope that the sun was shining and your day was beautiful. We had a gorgeous day, my friends. We had a lovely day. It was an interesting day, that's for sure. We went out with our beautiful friend Joan Dice. If you guys know, Joan Dice is from, well, she's an amazing designer, but she's also Neelay's right-hand man over there at Silver Silk and More, as well as Juliana's right-hand lady over there at the Jewel Loom. So, guys, we do have a card of inspiration because I have to tell you, yesterday I forgot to pull a card. What? I forgot to pull a card, and I think that's why I was a little off my game yesterday, friends, because I didn't pull a card. We're going to pull one today. We're not going to make that mistake twice in a row. Terrible. I must have had a lot on my mind, friends. Okay, so our card today says, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. That's lovely. And so true, my friends. So true. So we were going to get into day 3 of Halloween, but first I'm going to show you guys. So Joan and I had gone out today, and guys, we're launching a new series, and we're only going to shoot, I think, 1 video a month. We really haven't discussed it, but it's going to be called Joni and Chachi Hit the Screets. Yes, friends, it wasn't a typo. I did say screets just because, you know, I'm just charming that way. And Joni and Chachi, let me just explain real quick. So Joni is our beautiful friend Joan Dice. And I am Chachi. And it's funny because when I first met Joan, I started calling her Joni. And I said, you know what's so funny is when I was in high school, I got the nickname Chachi because I used to wear a leather jacket all the time. Hold on one second while I yell at this cat. Excuse me. Okay, so I had got the nickname Chachi because I always wore a leather jacket. I think I got called Fonzie in middle school. So high school, I was Chachi, which was fine because I thought Chachi was adorable. Anywho's, yeah, so that kind of spawned off of that, and Joni started calling me Chachi, and then here we are, Joni and Chachi. So we're going to start a new series where we are going to just go places together because we always have the absolute best time together, Joan and I. We are just such kindred spirits, and I just love her so much. So today, guys, we went to the bead store, and let me bring the information. I think our next adventure is going to be to the thrift store, my friends. We're going to hit the streets to the Goodwill, okay? Okay. So here's the bead store that we hit today, and let me focus you guys down here a little bit better. There we go. And we went to a place called White Box Beads, the heart of beading in Knoxville, and there's all her information. In case you are close, I know we have some close friends out there. Hey, Jenny, what's up? Who live not too far away and are neighbors. So, yeah, you might want to hit that. And hey, listen, if you want to hit me up, we can hit lunch too. We can go to the bead store and we can go to lunch, my friend. All right, so, friends, I'm going to bring in a bead mat because I bought some precious things, apparently. Okay, guys, I'm always honest with you, and I will always be honest with you. I've never been to a brick and mortar bead store before. And it shows. So I spent a little bit more money than I thought I would. And I also didn't have my glasses on, by the way, so I couldn't see prices. Oh, and I also want to say, guys, I loaded up a video of Joan and I at the bead store today. And the first video, it didn't load correctly. I don't know what happened, but I had got messaged from some friends saying, call, there's something wrong with your video. And it was unwatchable, my friends. I don't know what happened. And I was kind of heartbroken because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, like I can't recreate this video. And here it was just, it was a thing on YouTube's and it just didn't upload correctly. My video is fine. So I took that one down and I re-uploaded it. So if you were one of the unfortunate people, and I am so sorry, who sat through some of the one that was unwatchable, and if you thought it was your phone, my friends, I'm so sorry, it was not your phone. So if you want to go back and watch, I redid it again, and this one seems to be fine. All right, so guys, I'm just going to show you my total here. You see that total? Okay, I was not expecting that. I didn't really get that much, I didn't think. But it's a brick and mortar bead store, guys. So they have a little bit more overhead. And here's the thing, friends. Here's the whole thing. I used my YouTube revenue, and I told you guys that I was going to start using my, I was going to use my YouTube revenue to kind of spread the love, but also bring some new and fun content to this channel. And so that's what I did. So I don't feel bad about it because I helped, a local beading business, which I absolutely love. The small businesses, guys, we have to help them out as much as we can because they are disappearing, my friends. The bead shops are disappearing because, they can't compete with a lot of the e-commerce and, stuff from overseas. So every so often we got to go in there and have a $75 bill. All right. So I'm off my soapbox. But I can't afford to do it often, friends. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm on a fixed income. So you know what I'm saying? It's hard. But when I can, I will always try to support all of our small businesses and things like that. We're just going to do a dump or do. And I also did get some cords. Look at those. Okay. So let's just look at what we got real quick. So this was a gorgeous Preciosa. Look at this color. It's just a whole hank of this gunmetal-y, just gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Are these cubes? I don't even know. I didn't even care. I just bought them. It says 60 seed beads, but they kind of look cubish to me, but it might just be because they're lined. I think that's what it is. But so this was $9.50 and it's a whole hank. But I did buy this with a purpose, and I will show you that. I'm actually going to keep 2 of these for last. I'm going to keep that one for last, guys, whether you see what I bought. And like I said, I also got these are, okay, these are 2 rolls of Lifeline. Look at these colors together. Are you seeing that? We have to do something with these 2 colors together. We got to figure it out because I just had to have those. And those were a little pricey as well. I thought those were $6.75. So that's a little bit pricey. I don't normally usually pay that much. The rust was $6.50. But like I said, guys, we were just doing our civic duties. I thought these are really interesting. So these are some of their closeouts. They have like a little bowl over by the register where they have a bunch of these things in here. This is where I got both of these, and everything in there is $1.75. And I just thought, I think these look like clay. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't take them out. I just looked at them. Yeah, they kind of feel like clay, but I just thought they were really neat. I don't have any camo beads. These could be, used for, I don't know, special order stuff. I'm not sure, guys. But I figured for $1.75, let me have some camo beads on hand, okay? And look, they blend right in with look, they're camo. You can't even see them now. Okay, they disappeared. Also, we have these, which are little seed beads. And you guys know I love to use these little tiny seed beads for spacers. So I thought that was it's like a rosy gold color. So I thought those would be perfect. All right. So I saw these skulls and I thought they were gorgeous. And I said, "Ooh, I have a project in mind," because I had saw these flowers. And I said, "Look at this color, the purple and the turquoise together. You seeing that?" I'm sorry about my nails too, by the way. It looks like a little raptor chewed on my finger. He didn't. I'm telling, not that I remember anyway, unless he slipped something in my Starbies, but we're going to have to fix that. Anywho's, so I thought these were just absolutely amazing. And so, guys, I didn't have my glasses on. So these were a little pricey as well. These are $11.50. But we have several. What is here? 8? We have several. Oh, it might be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you think about it, honestly, they're a little bit more than $1 a bead, which isn't terrible, honestly. But did I need the whole thing? I did not. But they didn't have them single until I went to the register. And she had already rang me up. And then I grabbed these 2 because I said, "Oh, these are gorgeous too." Hello. Right? But unfortunately, they didn't have the turquoise and just 2 beads. So I did buy the whole thing. And then I bought these 2, and I don't even know how much they were a piece. Let's look at our receipt. They were, boop, 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 boop. They look like they were $1.75 a piece. Okay. So yeah, it's a little bit more economical to buy it on the strand, but do we really need 10? We'll figure out something to do with them. Okay, so we have these and we saw that. And then I also bought this donut thing. This was also there in for the $1.75, and I thought this was rather interesting. It's a glass donut. It's just a beautiful purple. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like it's not the prettiest shade of purple. It's like a big old grape lifesaver is what it looks like. And I'm going to be honest, friends, I'm really not sure why I grabbed it. I thought maybe it might look pretty with this, but okay, now I'm going to show you the star of the show. And I'm also going to show you something that broke my heart a little bit too. Guys, like I said, it was a day. It was a great day, but it was also, there was a heartbreaking moment today. And I will show you the heartbreaking moment. So, in my awkwardness, my friends, I'm a very awkward person, and I sometimes don't know what to do with my energy and with myself. And so they give you these little baskets at the bead store, and you put your items in your little basket. And I was just, oh my God. And I was all the things. And so I put my basket on a shelf that wasn't like really a shelf. I don't know what it was. And my basket fell off, and my little gecko broke. And I got this gecko for a very special friend. Very special 10-year-old friend in my life. He does have a hole, but I just thought. And it's for Gabe. And so I have a mission, guys. Gabe's just such a great kid. And if you guys don't know, that's Chrissy's son. He's just the best kid ever. Okay, so that's the tip of his tail. I have all the pieces. Oh, okay. So that will fit good. Oh, guys, look, you can almost not tell that that's broken. So I have that piece, and then I have the tip of the tail in one piece, believe it or not. We just have to figure out how it goes. So I'm going to glue this guy together, and he'll be fine. He's still going to go to his destination, and I think it's ceramic. Yeah, it's a ceramic piece. And so my mission is I'm going to find Gabe the whole entire animal kingdom. I started with a couple gemstones. I think I sent him an owl. A gemstone owl was the first one. And then I sent him a turtle the last time. And so now I'm going to send, and they don't have to be gemstones, but gemstones are cute. But this one is a ceramic. And then I just put in the mail to Gabe a bear made out of redwood tree from the redwood forest there in California where we were just at. Bless you. Made by a local artist. So I just put that in the mail for Gabe. So he's going to get a bear. And then when I fix this guy, he's going to get that gecko. But that broke my heart a little bit because he was the only one in the store. And the lady felt so bad that owned the store. Shout out to her. She's amazing. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I broke it. And most people would be like, well, I don't want it. You can have it back. But I felt really bad doing that. And also it was the only one in the store and I really wanted it. So I told her I would still pay for it. And she's like, well, I'll give you a discount, guys. And this is how bad I felt. I said, no, it's okay. It was my fault. It was my fault that I broke it. You don't have to give me a discount. So I broke this. I broke it and then I paid for it. Full price, friends. Full price. Anywho's. And that's Gail, by the way, that owns this store. And she's just such a lovely person. Okay. We're already at 13 minutes. We got to move this along. This is the last thing I bought. And this is the star attraction. So this is also a ceramic pendant. And when I saw it, I was like, kaplow, I have to have. Oh, look at that. And this is why I bought this Hank. Because I'm going to make myself a multi-strand necklace with this. I'm not going to do it on the channel, guys, because this will take me for ding dong ever to string all these little seed beads. But I will show you when it's done. But I just think that's so beautiful. And there's the holes through the top there. So it will string on across like that. Isn't that just the best? You might not think so, and that's okay. I don't judge anyone. This is just my style and what I like. Okay. So that was what we got at the bead store for $75. It doesn't look like much. It doesn't $75. Friends. There it is. Hold on. There it is. 75. Okay. I've said it enough. Let's put it all back in the bag. But friends, like I said, we have to support our bead stores, right? We have to keep in mind that that they run whole businesses, like stores. Okay, they got electricity bills and employees that they have to pay and all kinds of stuff. So unfortunately, friends, I was not able to purchase any of the glasswork, the Murano, because it was a little pricey. I don't know if you guys saw, but there were some prices that I wasn't supposed to see, but we did see if you watch that video. And I'm not saying that it's not worth it, because Murano glass is just absolutely amazing, and it's like going out of style slowly. It's like it's a slowly dying thing right now. So I think we can justify to a point some of those prices, right? Because it's just, they're works of art. They are like a miniature, absolute works of art, these Murano glass. So yeah. All right, let me pull you back up. Oh, that's down, Kyle. We'll get it eventually, friends. And then we're going to bring in our advent calendar, and then we're going to unbox some stuff, and we're going to make a simple, guys. I'm just doing simple today. I promise. We're just going to do a simple pair of earrings. I don't want to keep you guys forever. With our new, whatever we unbox today. We're unboxing the Bargain Bead Box Companion Bundle. That's what we're doing. All right. We got number 23. Again, my friends, this was gifted to us by our super creative, amazing, and thoughtful friend, Laura Miller. And here's number 3. Oh, she's wrapped up good. Laura didn't want me to peek with this one. I feel like it's candy and... Oh, what is that? Ooh, guys. Oh, these are like stainless steel. Oh my gosh. Look at this witch with the cat. You know who this reminds me of? Do you guys remember the show Bewitched? Doesn't that remind you of Sabrina a little bit? Was that her name, Sabrina? I think that was her name. It's been a while, friends. It's been a while. That's what that reminds me of. Oh my gosh. You guys. Okay, I'm in an awkward angle here. Let me just push this out of the way. You guys have got to see these. These are fantabulous. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have our Bewitched. Or is it Bewitched? Yeah, Bewitched. Sabrina. I said that, didn't I? I don't even remember. There's a little spider. Look at his little... He's got eyeballs. Then we have a bat. Oh, look at the bat. And the pumpkin trying to be scary, but he's too cute to be scary. And look at the owl. So I think these are all stainless steel. Oh, those are perfect. Stainless steel charms. I love these, Laura. Thank you so much. These are the best. Oh my goodness. This one especially. This one is so cute. I just want to put this on a chain and just wear it as a necklace. It's me when I become skinny. I love it. Okay. Let's put those in there. And of course we got another chocolate. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, we forgot to put this in there. That was fabulous, my friend. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. Yeah, well, that makes sense. We have 7 more to go. And then we can start making a whole bunch of stuff with this. Some of it we might hold on to for next year, but there's definitely some fall projects in there that I have been thinking about. So that's fabulous. Okay, friends. So I actually have 2 bundles here. I have a mini bundle, and then I have the companion bundle. So this mini bundle I was delivered, I don't know, one day last week. And I figured I would hold on to it until we opened our companion bundle. So let me go ahead and do this. Now you couldn't use your savings on this because it was already very dramatically discounted. And this was the, I forget what it was called, the Midnight Monarch bundle. Why is there a second page with nothing on it? I don't even know. And I want to shout out Christy. Thank you so much, Christy, for packing my order. Guys, I'm going to start doing that. If somebody I'm just going to shout them out and say thank you. That you are doing an amazing job, Christy. Thank you. So this was only a $7.99, guys. $7.99 for a whole ding-dang bundle. Okay? A whole ding-dang bundle. So... yeah, it doesn't even have prices on the individual items because it was just so great. So here it is. And it's a small bundle, friends. But did I mention it was $7.99? I think I might have. And they even give us a free gift, too. How amazing. Oh, I got some dice. Oh, you guys. I got to make Joan some earrings. Joan. Dice, dice, baby. Oh, let me pull you guys back down. I keep forgetting. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Let me just... fix these lights and see. There we go. Got these dice baby. Did I get any better, guys? I don't know. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. Those are so cute. All right, let's get into this. I'm excited. Oh, I like the purple bag. Purple bag, purple bag. Okay, dumper do. All right, let's get into it. I don't know if everything is written, so let me get the list out. Oh my gosh, I like... Okay, I'm struggling with the paper. All right, let's look at all of this. Ooh, I was looking forward to this black lip. I think that's shell. I don't know if it's black lip, but it might be. I might also be trying to be fancy. I don't know. Okay, so I mean, $8, guys. All right, so first, let's move all of this to the side, and then we will call things out. There's a little fly happening in here, and I do apologize. I don't know where it came from. It's like 55 degrees right now. I thought the flies would just go back to wherever they came from. Apparently, they're still hanging out. All right, first we're going to look at Crystal 3977. And I will tell you guys the number. So if you go over there to, this is Bead Box Bargains. If you go over there to Bead Box Bargains, you can punch in this number and the little, where the magnifying glass is, and you might be able to find exactly where that's at and put it in your card if you want it. So this is a 12-inch strand of 4mm crystal faceted bicone beads in indigo AB. Those are beautiful. I love a good, you guys know I love a good bicone. Beautiful color. I'm just going to put them on their bag so I can scoop them back up and put them in at the end. Okay, and next we're going to look at, this is CZ7443. 7443. Here it is. Here it is, friends. 7443. And so what this is a 20-piece 6mm check glass fire polish faceted round beads in jet Picasso. And there those are. Sometimes they look better in my hand. I don't know. Maybe I just have magnanimous hands. I'm not really sure, but they're beautiful. Look at those. Okay, love those. They have that green, like, little Picasso. So, guys, I have to go get my cat real quick. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, friends. One of my cats, Oliver, he likes to go when he's in the litter box. He likes to make a lot of noise, and it wakes Wayne up because the bathroom shares the same wall as the bedroom. So, anyway, and our litter box, unfortunately, is in the bathroom because we have a very small house. Enough about me, friends. Next, we're going to look at check glass 7471, and that is, I think, this guy. No, 7471, and this is, there's the number. A 4-piece 12x8 check pressed glass daylily beads and jet Picasso daylily beads. Oh, so they're kind of like a bellflower, but just a little bit different. They just have a little slightly different shape. And look at that Picasso. That's beautiful. That makes it look very like organic and stone-like. I love those. Those are sweet, and they look really good with those too. Probably, I bet you they do. Okay, next we're going to look at check glass 7497. These are so cute. They remind me of like little paisleys or something. These are a 4-piece 14x10 check filigree teardrop bead jet Picasso with pink wash. I'm sorry, that's the number. These are very pretty. Look at those. And they do have, if you look in there, they do have that jet Picasso across the front of the bead and the sides of the bead. So that's really sweet. And that has that wash. Those are very interesting. This will be a fun little bundle, I think, to make something with. We'll have to add it to the Shake That Cup tray, which eventually, hopefully this year, we get to do again at some point. All right, next we are going to look at Finding 5006, which is a 2-piece 21x17 enameled sun and moon charms. Here they are. Black and silver. Oh, I just saw these in the shop. These are so pretty. I was going to order, I was going to put an order in. I'm glad I didn't because I spent so much money at the other place. And I was going to actually order these, but they were a different color stone. I believe this stone is like a topaz. I don't know if it's coming across, but it's like a topaz-y. Those are really pretty. There's the back of that one. Those are super lovely. Maybe we'll use these in our earrings. Oh, wait, that's right. We have another bundle. But we can come back and use those possibly. Okay, so next we're going to look at gemstones, 7251. Yes, guys, I said gemstones. You get gemstones for $7.99 in this collection. This is a 15-inch strand of 3x2 Hubei turquoise, and these are stabilized. So they're little babies. Oh, those are pretty, though. I don't mind a Hubei. I like a good Hubei, okay? Look at these Hubeis. Those are beautiful. That was my sharp voice. Look at these Hubeis. I don't know. It wasn't very good. I have to work on it. But those are fabulous. They're mostly brown, but you do see some shots of blue in there. Some of that turquoise. Those are super sweet. I actually really, really love these. Look at that one with that big shot of blue. Those are very nice. I love them. But guys, we still have more stuff. Like, holy smokes. All right, so next we're going to look at MACZ. I don't know what that stands for. Magazine? No, I don't know. But it's check glass. MA. What would MA be? But it's this, whatever it is. MA. I don't know. 5-gram bag, 18 pieces, 6mm check press glass flowers in aqua. There's the number. I'm not going to take these out, but you can see those. Those are quite lovely. Just little baby aqua flowers. This is sweet. Kind of brings a little bit of, because this is kind of a dark palette. So this is a nice little lightening up there. Okay, and next we're going to look at pendant. Approximately 32mm freshwater shell-dyed carved flower in steel blue. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I heard my husband stomping out here, and he's going over to ask the neighbor to shut. I don't know if you guys have heard our neighbor's dog. It's just outside, barks constantly. And my husband's trying to sleep, and all he can hear is the dog bark. So hopefully it ends well, guys. We'll see. So here we go. And this is gorgeous. When I saw the bundle go up, I was instantly like, oh, I can't wait to get this. Look how beautiful that is. That's gorgeous. Holy smokes. Oh, look at the back. That's kind of different. There's your drill hole up at the top. Yeah, that's just a stunning, stunning little piece right there. I love that. Oh my goodness. Just another day at the trailer park, friends. I don't know why I put that back in the bag. Just another day at the trailer park. That actually looks cute with the turquoise, sort of. All right, next we're going to look at another pendant, and this is an enameled butterfly pendant. Blue and black, 23x22. There she is. Oh, wow. I'm already seeing this with the bicones, too. That would be really pretty. So there we go. Just this beautiful enameled metal charm pendant. That's kind of pretty. There's the back. Just all black. Beautiful. You could put some little, like, we could put some little, like, flat back rhinestones in there. When I say we, I mean you. Hold on one second. Okay, friends, I'm here to report everything went well and swimmingly. Okay, we have 3 more things to look at. We've got some spacers, 1568. There you go. We just got your little silver balls. Okay, so these are 3.2mm nickel-free round spacer beads, antique silver. Lovely, super useful. Guys, I was just eyeballing this. Look how cute this looks. I don't know. I think that's really cute. Guys, let me know in the comments. What do you, maybe because the string is kind of, but I don't know. Which do you like better with these? Do you like the butterfly? Could we do the butterfly together? I don't see why not. We could put it right over top of that. Look at that. Look at that. But do we want to cover up any of that gorgeous shell? I don't know, friends. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right, next we're going to look at Spacer 1859. Oh, you guys, I just ordered some of these in copper. Look at that. So these are the 10-piece, 10mm butterfly pattern coin spacer beads in antique silver. Those are lovely. Yeah, I just see that butterfly there. I don't know. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Let's see that. Let's see that. I ordered these in copper, and they're gorgeous. I think the ones that I ordered, though, might be a skotion bigger than these. And by skotion, I mean like maybe a millimeter. I don't know. All right, guys. And finally, we have a TOG 988, which is going to be your 9x5x16 brass super hole magnetic clasp in antique silver. I'll be the judge of that. Bead Box Bargains. Let's see here. We got our loops. And I mean, I can't mess up my nail polish any more than it's already messed up. So let's just go for it, friends. So sometimes, okay, hold on a second. What did it say? Super hold, guys. I don't know. My thumbnail slid in there real easy, like butter. But there she is. It says super hold. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it's a cute little thing. All right, guys, I'm going to clean this mess up and I'm going to bring in another mess. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, and we're back, and we're already half an hour in. Oh, my goodness. And this is going to be a big bundle. So this is going to be almost like a full-size bargain bead box. So let's do a dumper do. Oh, well. This video was going to be shorter, but look at all this stuff we have to go through, and plus we're still going to make something. So I'm super excited. So let's talk about this guy, shall we? So let's get our paperwork, and this is Miss Rita. Thank you so much, Rita, for your hard work and all of those things, and for always providing the best service. So I did cross out the coupon code, but guys, they did allow us to use our coupon code. So somebody likes a lot of bass. Anyway, so the price for this bundle, and this is the Midnight Menagerie Companion Bundle, was $42.99. They allowed us to use our discount, our 30% discount, which brought this down with tax to $32.97. They also offered us free shipping on that, and I want to thank you. I've been sitting here. Has my address been showing this whole time? Good Lord, Carl. What? I'm not going back this. Guys, we've been in here this far. I'm not going back at this point. What are y'all gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, good luck coming over here, okay? Good luck. So maybe you can take me back with you wherever you came from. So this is our Midnight Menagerie Companion Bundle, and I want to show you too. They also gave us a little free gifty. And doesn't this it's a little toggle. Doesn't that kind of look like the one that we just got in Sam's Bead Box? I'll have to check that out. It looks sort of like it a little bit. Maybe not quite as big. I don't know. We'll see. But that was really cute. So here's our list of items, and we have 20 items to look at. So it's like a full-on whole entire box. I think there's a lot of beads in here, and maybe not quite as many components, but there are a lot of beads. All right, friends, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to the side, and then we're going to sort this out, and then we'll come back. Be right back. Okay, friends, and we are ready to go, and oh my goodness, it is just as beautiful as I thought it would be. So the first thing we are going to look at is number 1, which is a 30 by 18 millimeter black onyx dyed faceted rectangle pendant. And this is beautiful. This is just a beautiful glossy onyx pendant. There's the side. Do you see all that faceting? Gorgeous faceting. What is all that? Hold on one second, friends. Sorry, friends. There was some smoke around here. I can't imagine what that was from. So anyway, that is gorgeous. Okay. Love that. I'm going to make a system over here to the side. Okay. I'm going to put that right in the middle, and we're going to build our palette around there. So this was one of the things, one of the pendants, well, one of the reasons, and there's several, that I needed to have this bundle. And so this is the 24 millimeter obsidian and stainless steel carved cat pendant. Look how cute. Do you guys remember in the cat bundle, the crazy cat lady bundle? I don't know if that was the name of it, but that's what I'm calling it. We had got a picture Jasper cat, and so now we have a little onyx dude. Oh, look how cute. He's so cute. Chrissy, if you're watching this, and if you want this guy for Gabe, I will happily send this guy to you too. He's just too cute. I know Gabe will I don't know if Gabe kept your other cat. So if he wants a cat, I will happily part with my cat. But he is a cutie pie. Love him. Okay. And now this guy I will not part with. I am not parting with this guy. He's just too adorable. So this is an 18 by 37 labradorite and brass bat pendant. What do you see how stinking cute this guy is? So he's a little different looking, right? Like, he's cute and kind of fat. Let's look how pretty that labradorite is, though. That is some major flashage. Like, he's got his own spotlight. His belly is a spotlight, for sure. But, okay, guys, picture it, right? Sicily, 1912. But have you guys seen the movie Monsters? I'm sorry, but he reminds me of Mike Kozlowski. And if you've never seen Monsters, please go look up Mike Kozowski. I think that's his last name. It might be Kaczynski. It's something like that. I think it's Kozowski. He plays Mike in Monsters, and I'm sorry, but it looks like Mike in a bat costume to me. Anyway, that is just too precious. Okay, enough about him. He's just the best. All right, guys, so let's get into some beads here. We have an 8mm Tiger Eye dyed and heated round beads in Midnight, 14 inches. And these are stunning. So they're probably going to be really hard to read because they are very, very dark. They are like a dark gray blue, very moody. I don't think the dish will really... I don't think the dish is going to help, but we'll try. They're so pretty. They're just like this moody. Do you see like the moodiness? I hope these are coming across. And they do have some flash. They do have a little bit of that chatoyant, like this guy here. Do you see that guy? Like they do have that tiger eye chatoyant flash. It's just, it's a moody flash. And hey, listen, I am the queen of moody, so I am not calling anyone out. Those are just gorgeous. I wanted these so bad too. These were another one of the reasons I had to have this collection. And we are going to get into some more gemmies. Now we have a 4mm labradorite faceted round bead, 14 inches. These are really pretty. These are a little bit lighter, so we're bringing a little bit of a lighter tone here. And these babies do have some flash. Let's do the spin test, friends. So what we do is we'll take this in half. Actually, let's do it this way. And then we'll give her a spin. Do you guys see all that flash? These are really pretty. Wow. Yeah, those are great. So, so pretty. And they'll look great with Mike. I think they'll look really good with Mike Kozowski. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I made a little face, didn't I? I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to make a face, but there it is. And now you can't unsee it. All right, friends. Welcome new subscribers that are like, holy smokes, where did we find this one? All right, next we're going to look at a 6mm pyrite Hishi in a 7.5-inch strand. Now, friends, pyrite is my gym jam. This is another reason I had to have this. Oh, she's beautiful. If you are lucky enough to snag this bundle, wait till you get your hands on these. These are absolutely amazing. Wow. I might never use these. I might just keep them on this strand forever and ever. I am such a fan of pyrite. And correct me if I'm wrong, just do it gently. I believe they used to call this fool's gold, right? I think that's what pyrite was called, fool's gold. It's just so pretty. I think it's prettier than gold. So you can do that with what you will with that information. But I think this is prettier than gold. I love it. All right, guys, next we're going to bring in we're going to lighten the day up a little bit here. So we have a 4x3.5 glow stone. So this is a man-made, and it says it glows in the dark. And we have to talk about these glow-in-the-dark beads in a second. It says faceted barrel beads. I guess they are little barrels. Okay. These are cute, right? It says they glow in the dark. Do we want to test that theory? I don't know. Hold on, guys. It's going to get real dark and spooky in here. Hold on a second. Let's see. Oh, you guys. Look at that. They glow. Oh my God, that's stinking cool. That's the coolest thing I've ever done on this channel. That was so fun. Oh, there's a little there. I got the fly that was here earlier. I love those. I love those. So guys, we have to talk about these glow because in the original companion bundle, in the original bundle rather, there were 2 ovals, and I forget what they called them, but I think they called them glow beads. And my silly self didn't realize that they meant glow in the dark. I thought they meant glow because they were like glittery. Yeah, that's okay, friends. I'm moving on. So these are a huge reason why I wanted to get this companion bundle. This is a 10 by 6.5 crystal fancy rondelle beads in vitriol shadow. You guys, wait till you get you ready for it. Are you ready for this sparkle bomb? Are you kidding me right now? These have to be some of the most gorgeous beads I have ever seen. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. And the fact that they're rondelles, and rondelles are my absolute favorite shape of bead. Other than like specialty shapes, but rondelles are like my favorite kind of like everyday shape, if you will. Because guys, you know, you have your everyday shapes and then you have like your fancier, more specific shapes, like hearts and elephants, stuff like that. But these are like my favorite everyday shape. I'm glad we cleared that up. Yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So one side is plated. So it is a dark side there. But then when you flip her over, you get all of that. Look at that. All of those amazing secrets that she's keeping in there. Like, oh, so beautiful. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to put them inside the circle of trust here with the other guys. Okay. Oh, she's safe. My cat just slid in here on the floor. All right. So next we're going to look at a 6x4 crystal faceted rondelle beads in matte jet rainbow iris. These are beautiful too. I love a good matte bead, and I love a good matte like crystal faceted bead because they want to be really, really sparkly, and they are sparkly, but they're kind of like quietly sparkly, and I love that too. I love the quiet sparkles as well as the loud and in your face sparkles, but sometimes you just want a quiet sparkle. Those are beautiful. I love those. This palette's amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get into a couple more lighter colors again to accentuate. So we have a 8x5 crystal faceted rondelle beads and matte peach luster. Again, we're having another matte crystal. And these are just to die for, my friends. Look at the crystally luster. It's like a crust of magic is what that is. It's a crust of magic. Absolutely amazing. Wow. Beautiful beads. Yes, ma'am. Let's lift our face up here a little bit. That's creepy in a way, but cute. All right, so next we have a 6mm glass round beads in peach shimmer. Look at those sparkle babies. Well, not sparkle, but shiny. Look how shiny they are and lustery. And guys, I have to tell you, and I don't know if it's because they're on the string, but they feel really nice. They feel like really nice beads. Like they have some weight to them, you know, a little bit, and they just feel really nice. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, these are gorgeous. So pretty, ma'am. Oh my gosh, cats are going crazy today. All right, and then rounding out our bead selection is we have some cats. I have some cats too, apparently, that are looking to be put up for adoption. I would never. So we have a 10-piece 8x5 black cat vitrail faceted glass beads, and these are the little heads. Look at our heads. Look how cute they are. They are the cutest little cat heads. Oh, they all flipped over to the back. They are the cutest little cat heads in the whole world. Look at those color shifts with the gold, and you have some magenta in that one. We have some greens. Those are so pretty. Oh, I dropped one. Oh no. And they are drilled through the top there, which I like. I like them better drilled that way. To me, they're a little easier to design with versus drilled through the side. Those are beautiful. Put them in the circle of trust. Some of them are like, we'll be, they all like flipped over. What is happening here? Oh, they match these really well. Look at that. Okay, so let's get into our metal components. This that's beautiful. So first we're going to look at this 9x30 stainless steel walking cat link. And guys, I think this guy looks a little familiar, and we might have got this guy also in that cat companion bundle, or the cat, what do you call the regular? If it's not a companion bundle, I guess, is it a value bundle? Whatever they call the other, they do like special bundles that don't have to do with like the companions. They're just bundles on their own. And we had that cat one. And I want to say that we had one of these. And if we did, I'm thinking earrings would be cute. I think if we had two of them, we could do like chain. We could do like chain up here. And then we can hang like a little dangle or something. I think that would be really cute. Or we could take some of these smaller, like maybe these labradorates, and like wire wrap some on the branch. I don't know. It was just an idea. We'll see what happens. All right. And next we're going to look at 4 pieces. And this is a 19 by 15 stainless steel cat links. These are really pretty. So you have your, and he's just stretching. He's so sweet. Look how sweet. He's just stretching his little back. And so you have these 2 connection points. You could make, we might make these earrings. We could do a little drop here. Oh, would it be weird if he was holding a cat head? Would that be cool, or would that be cannibalistic? I don't know, but we might do it. We'll see. We'll put these over here. They're guarding the territory. This guy's upside down. I'm not sure what he's doing. All right, let's move him over there. Here we go. Next, we're going to look at 2-piece stainless steel bat pendants. These are really pretty, and these could also be earrings, pendants, earrings, whatever you want to do. And they are they're the same on both sides. So he has some little cutouts here. We could hang some stuff. There he's got a loop. Very cute. All right. We have a lot of earring options here, my friends. Here's another one. So this is a 2-piece 20 by 16 stainless steel and enamel wings in the night. Wings in the night. These are so cute. We could probably do something with these to go with our Ozzy Osbourne necklace that we made with the main attraction. Those are, and they're double-sided. Look at that. That's very rare that you get these double-sided. I love those. I think we're going to make earrings with these today, friends. Like I said, I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it simple today because we're already at 46 minutes. And this is number 18. And this one doesn't have a, so let's see. Oh, and I have to tell you guys, I skipped over one, and I'll tell you in a second which one that one was. This is a 10-gram bag, 50 pieces of 6x2 classic daisy spacer beads and antique silver. There you go. Just have your classic silver spacer bead there. Those are really cute. Put those back in the cup, except for that one. It's okay. He's on work release. He's fine. And what I want to tell you that we missed is, let me find it on the sheet. So number 12, no, it wasn't 12. Yes, it was. So number 12 was a 10-piece, 10mm lampwork glass beads with glow-in-the-dark flecks, the jet black. I sent those to Chrissy for, she wanted to make a bracelet, I think, for Gabe with those. So I sent her those because my companion bundle came in today and I was sending something out to her. So I snuck those in. And also the glow-in-the-dark barrel beads from the main collection, I snuck those in too. So, but that's why we didn't have those, because they went on, they're on a journey. All right, next we're going to look at number 19. We have a 30-piece 7mm dotted round bead caps. And these are lickable free, I'm sorry, lead free, nickel free, and cadmium free. Cadmium free, my friends. That's what it is. So here's some, they're not too intrusive. They're not too intrusive. They're not bad. I dropped one. That's okay. We can't have 2 work releases. We can only have 1. But they're cute. They have some little dot stuff. There's the back. Yeah, they're not too hatty. I think we can work with these, friends. These are okay. Guys, I don't like the huge, like, hat-shaped bead caps. They're just not my favorite. But those are pretty cool. All right, and finally, guys, we have a 2-piece 24 by 15 stainless steel toggle clasps. And these are really pretty. I love these. And we are going to make some necklaces because we have several pendants. But we just have this, like, kind of like a freeform shape here, a little bit organic shape. And there's the bar. And that bar is nice and long so that it's going to fit securely there. I love that. Those are great. Guys, this is a fantastic companion bundle. It's probably my favorite one so far ever. I don't get them all the time. I don't always get them, but I had to get this one because this one is just, I mean, Mike Kozowski, my friends. I mean, come on. So we are going to save Mike for a future project because I have to do something with him. But like I said, I think we're going to make some earrings. So I'm thinking we're going to use these. Oh, hold on, friends. We need, this is a job for, let's see, do we need a cart or a shopping bag? Let's bring a cart in. Let's bring a cart in. We're going to just put in a little basket in the basket. Okay. So I think we're going to put these guys in. You can go over here, sir. What are we going to use with those? I think we're going to do some of those. And I think we're also going to do some spacer action. So let's put a couple of these spacers in our shopping cart. I'm going to put 6. I don't know how many I'm going to use, but it won't be more than that. And I think that's, yeah, we're going to make them real simple, friends. Okay, and we'll be right back. Okay, friends, and we're back. And we're actually going to make 2 pairs of earrings. They are rather simple earrings, so I figured we'll do 2 pair together today. Let's do, these will be the first pair. So you're going to need 2 pieces of wire. This is about an 8-inch piece of 22 gauge German style wire. This is a smaller piece, about a 3-inch piece. You're going to need 6 of these beautiful, gorgeous, delicious rondelles. You're going to need a little cat head. And I thought these looked really good together. An ear wire. And also, guys, with those crystal rondelles, we got some bonus little seed beads in between. So we're going to need a couple of those as well. So we have done this style of earring before. But I just thought it would be really pretty. Now, I will tell you, I did a little wire treatment on it, and you really can't see it. I mean, you can probably see it if you look the little wire swirls there. But far away, it kind of disappears because I don't know why I chose to go with the gunmetal. But I'm still going to do the other one this way because these are going to be for me, and I think it's really pretty. I love this earring, so let's go ahead and make this one. And again, guys, it's just a simple. We've done these before with some other different beads. So first let's do our cat head. So we're actually going to turn this into a knotted head pin. If you guys would rather use a prefabricated head pin, you certainly can. And the only thing with this wire, with this hematite wire, it is dyed. So I don't know if you can see, but it does have a copper core there. So, but I don't really mind it so much. So I'm just going to go ahead and flush that. And then I'm going to take my my round nose pliers, and we're going to make sure that there is no wire sticking out, and it just keeps sticking out. There we go. And oops. Okay. And of course now I ding that, so we have to cut that. We have to cut that again. Where we're starting out batting a million here, friends. There we go. And then we're just going to start turning that around the plier, and you will see that wire come up a second time. Let that go, and then you'll see the wire come up a third time right there. See, that's coming up a third time. We want to take this wire and we want to push it up before it gets to that. So you're pushing it in front of that third time around, right? Don't let that third time around pass. And then we're going to take this and we're going to bend it. And we're going to insert this side into the coil like that. And then you want to get some kind of a nylon jaw plier. You can use a regular plier, but I do suggest the nylon jaw plier. Okay, we're going to take this end and we're going to pull it. And it's going to go ahead and shrinky dink. Pull up. Oh! That sometimes happens. I'm just going to pull a little bit more off camera just so that settles in. There we go. See how that just settled in really nice. And then you get this cute little like rosette shape. This is more of a knot today, friends. Sometimes we get a rosette. Sometimes we get a knot. I don't know. It's just fun. Let's just keep it. Let's just do it. So now we're going to put our little cat on. And also I'm going to put one of these complimentary seed beads on top of our cat just because it's going to be really hard to get a wrap in there between those ears, and I don't want to mess him up. So that's why we're doing that. And then we are going to make a wrap here. So we're going to make a wrapped loop here. And I think we want about, looks like 3 wraps. So we'll put that relatively down there on the plier. And then we will go ahead with these about right there. Spin that around. Bring that back here. And then I will switch hands and I will center all of this up. Okay. And then we'll get 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then this cat's really not going to spin. He's in there pretty steady, pretty stable. Okay. And then we're just going to flatten this out a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead. And another reason to put a seed bead here is just to kind of protect your crystal, right? Sorry guys, just gotta take this off camera so I can see that little nub. There we go. Okay. So that's looking good. Our cat head is not really gonna spin. He's pretty secure. He moves a little bit, but. All right, so now we're gonna take this piece of wire and we're gonna make a bend, and it doesn't have to be way down. It can just be right here. It's fine. We don't need a whole lot of room there. Make that bend. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to start a loop here. Right? Oops. We're going to start our loop and then bring that around. We are not going to wrap this quite yet because we're going to insert our cat. Hold on. Where'd she go? There she goes. My goodness. Have cats will travel. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open this guy a little bit here. And then we're going to insert this cat. Okay, and then we're going to close this. And I want to reposition this wire just a little bit here. There we go. Okay, and now we are going to go ahead and make our wraps. And we're going to do about 3 wraps in here. And we're going to make them kind of neat. They don't have to be neat or messy. It doesn't really matter. We're probably going to cover most of them up. Okay, go in here and cut that. And then we're just going to tap that guy down. Okay. So then that's what we have. Where are we at? There we are. All right, so now we're going to start by putting one of these seed beads on, and we're going to put a seed bead in between each one of these crystals. So crystal, seed bead, crystal, and a seed bead, and then a crystal. And I don't think I put a crystal on top. A seed bead on top. I didn't. So this is what we have. All right, now we will come up here and we're going to make a loop at the top, and we're going to go opposite of the loop that we just made. So this loop will go across this way. And we do want to get about 3 wraps in here. So we're going to go right about there. And then we're going to go ahead and turn our loop. And then about there. Sorry guys, I have a long piece of wire. Just let me, there we go. I was hitting my camera. Okay, about right there. Okay, oh, there's a cat on my chair. Hello. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and center all that up. We're making sure these loops are good. One is going this way, one is going that way. Okay, and this is obviously, this is the back of our earring, and that's okay. So we're going to take this wire and we're going to make nice wraps here. Michael. Sorry, that's my cat. Now we're going to come around here to the front, and I'm going to take this off of the tool now. And I'm just going to straighten this wire out a little bit. Okay. I think I got 3 wraps up there. Maybe one more. I think maybe it was one more. So let me go ahead and put this back in there. You can just insert your tool back in there and make one more wrap. There we go. All right. All right, so here's the front. That's where our cat's hanging. And so now I'm just going to try to position... I'm going to try to position this bead so that the crystal portion is facing us. And then I'm going to take this wire and go across that bead. Under the bead, I'm going to wrap around this seed bead once. And you don't have to, you can hold it like this too if you want. And then twice. Coming around the second time, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make sure that this crystal portion, that purple portion, is facing us. And then we're going to lock that in. So the black half plating will be in the back. Okay. We're going to go around the seed bead once and then come back around a second time. Then we're going to position this guy. And then we're going to bring, let me see, make sure everybody is in line here. Okay. I'm going to take this around one more time around that seed bead. Okay. And then we're going to bring it across this one underneath. And then we're just going to wrap and lock that guy in there, right under that seed bead. Right under that seed bead. So that's what we have. So we made our little cascade of wire. Again, if we did silver wire, guys, it would really stand out and pop. But I don't know. I don't know why I chose the gunmetal. I just did. I just did, friends. I don't know why. I was feeling kind of rock and roll. And to me, gunmetal is always like rock and roll. You know, it's just a rock and roll metal color, in my opinion. And I love it. Okay. Trying not to break that little seed bead down there. But we do want to tuck our end guy in. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's line up our loops here. Make sure everybody is good. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, now we just have to put our ear wire on. And then we don't need these extra little seed beads. All right, you guys. We just have a gunmetal ear wire here with a little ball. And we're going to make sure that is going on that way. And there we have it. We have some rock and roll Halloween kitties. Halloween kitties. What makes them Halloween kitties? Because I said so. I don't. They are kind of, because they have all that purple, and I love them. I don't care that you really can't see the wire, but we know it's there. I love them. Okay, so now we're gonna make our bat earrings, and I did something a little different. And guys, it's gonna be very similar. So I did this for a reason. I thought we could make two earrings that are kind of similar but different, so we could kind of see how just adding a couple different components can really change the earring. So this is what we did with the bat, and we did a lot of metal. We did a lot of metal components in there. We stacked some of our bead caps, and I just think that is so rock and roll. And then we have a little labradorite on the top there. I just thought that was really cool. So, and the really cool thing is, because these are both sides, we can mirror them. So I love that for us. All right. So for these, you're going to need a piece of 20 gauge wire. This is about a 4-inch piece. I have 4 bead caps. I have 3 of these spacers. And you know what, guys, what I realized, I thought I got the, these spacers might be different than the ones you got, because the first bag had different like lantern spacers, and then the second collection had these. And I thought I got the first collection, but I have to tell you, I really love these spacers. So I'm super glad that I got this collection. We're going to have some of these. Everything is going to double. So you're going to need 8 of the bead caps, 6 of the spacers. You're going to need 4 of the pyrite. You're going to need 2 of these little baby labradorite. You're going to need these 2. You're going to need 2 pieces of wire and 2 ear wires. Okay, so I know we just did this yesterday. Where is this darn tool? We're going to make an eye pin here, and of course we're going to be using this tool because that's what I like to use. Okay, and this is 20 gauge wire, guys. I don't like to do simple loops with anything smaller than that. Anything smaller than 20 gauge, I will do a wrap loop. Okay, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to go around this guy until he touches himself, and in a polite and respectful manner. I know he doesn't look like much now, but we're going to take our tapered pliers, and we're going to put them right there in that little space, and we will focus. And then I'm going to put my thumb here against here, and I'm just going to rock this back, right? And then we'll go ahead and just kind of, and there's your eye pin. Now, if you need to center a little bit more, you can stick those pliers back in there, and you can just like break his neck again. So just a little bit, guys. Don't get crazy. Okay. So that is just your lovely centered eye pin. And I find that's the easiest way to make those. You might find a different way that's easier, but that's how I make mine. I'm just straightening this wire a little bit. So then we're going to open that up. And then we're going to insert our charm. Okay, so this way. Cool. I think that's how that's going to mirror, right? Yeah, okay. I love that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and close that. And then we're going to start our stack. So how we are going to start this stack is, let me just make sure this is all nice and copacetic. Make sure your loops are closed. All right. Very important. Okay. So we are going to start by stacking one of these, rondelle spacers, flat spacers, whatever you want to call them. Then we're going to put on a bead cap, and then we're going to do a pyrite, and then another bead cap, one of these spacers, a bead cap, our second pyrite, our last bead cap, and then another one of these spacers, and then we're going to pop our lab on top. I did pick some that were a little, look at the flash on that guy. I did pick some that were a little bit darker and moodier, and these guys have amazing flash. They both do. Guys, this little strand of labradorite is really, really fancy. I like it. Okay, so now we're just going to do a simple loop up here, and again, like the other earrings, we want it to go in the opposite direction. So that loop down there is facing us, and so we want this loop to go away from us. So we're just going to go ahead, and we are not going to make a wrapped loop, so we're not going to bend the wire over the plier. We're going to bend the tool. Ready? Boom, 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 boom. We're going to bend the wire with the tool. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our finger to measure about right there. And then we have a little bit of a scrap. That's okay. And this is just a little bit longer than I wanted. There we go. Okay, and then we'll come in here with our round nose pliers and we'll make our loop. Oops. Okay, we'll come in there and just break that neck a little bit. Okay, and we'll come over here and straighten all that up. And we want to make sure these are all nice and closed, right? Just like so. And then we want to make sure this is all hanging the right way, and it is. So let's put our ear wire on. Okay, so we got this guy, and now we're going to have this guy going that way. I love it. I think these are so pretty. I'm probably going to keep these too. These ear wires are a little funky. I'm going to keep them all today, friends. I'm going to keep them all. All right. And there we go, my loves. We are, oops, sorry. I'm going to put these in my little fingers, big fingers. And there we go. We got some rock and roll bats. How stinking cool are those? I love our bats. I love our bats. Okay, guys? So you guys pick which ones you like better. Do you like the cats? If I can get them to behave and not be upside down. There we go. Are you going to vote cats or bats? Which one do you like better, my friends? The bats. And you know, it doesn't have to be like in life. I mean, just in the earrings. Do you like the cats or the bats? All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. We've been well over an hour here. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with day. Uh-oh, there goes my light. The light is saying it's time to go. My ancestors are channeling me through my light. So guys, keep on planting your magical beans. Keep taking care of yourselves and each other. And yeah, and just be amazing you, my friends. Just be amazing you. Until next time. Bye. All right, Uncle Jester. I'm going. Jeez.